Hey Tarot Tribe, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a quick review for you guys and flip through of this Radiant Rider Waite tarot deck by US Game Systems. I have actually owned this for quite a while, but it has never made its way into my tarot deck rotation. I just never really connected with it. That or I had other ones that I connected with so much more. So recently I decided to turn this into a learning deck, and I plan on making some notations and little reminders on this deck. So before I do that, I wanted to share this with you guys. And before we dive in, I just want to say, if you do like the content you're about to watch today, consider giving a thumbs up or subscribing. I plan on doing a lot more reviews in the future, share with you guys. So feel free to do that so that other people can benefit from this content, hopefully in the future too. Now let's get into it. With this cute little deck, this is one of those nice pocket-sized decks that for us folks who have small hands, it fits comfortably within our hands, and it comes in this nice little tin. I always appreciate when card makers create packaging that is sturdy and solid and can possibly be used for something else. If you don't want to store your cards in here, you can put other things inside of this deck. So on the front, we have the deck title, the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot, and at the bottom, the publisher name, and this very bright, happy depiction of the Fool card. On the top and the bottom, we have the lion with the wings mirrored. And on the right side, again, we have the title of the deck, the silhouette of the Fool, and on the left side, it reads, a vibrantly recolored version of the original Rider Waite Tarot. Explore the most cherished popular tarot deck in the world with a new radiance to guide you. And on the back, we have a depiction of the Magician card from the deck. The title again, information about the publisher, the copyright date below, and it lets us know it includes 78 cards and the instruction booklet. So let's get into this little guy. The first thing here, we have two extra cards, one being the title card with the beautiful sun and moon face silhouette in there. And it does state that it is based on the drawings by Pamela Coleman Smith. It includes 78 cards and the instruction booklet with publisher info and copyright information there. And the other card reads, the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot deck infuses bold, bright colors into the traditional landscape of the original deck, first painted by Pamela Coleman Smith. And this card is showing the World card from the deck. Now the backs of these cards, pretty simplistic here, but I like that. I like it when things aren't too intricate on the backs of the cards, too flashy. And this one keeps it pretty basic. It has this navy blue night sky background and peppered in with a bunch of little yellow stars there. Pretty cute and simple. The flexibility of these cards is very nice, and they glide very well. We'll get into that with the whole deck. And you can see on the back, just a clean matte finish, or maybe even a semi-gloss, but not a high gloss at all. They just glide really well. And then of course our little white book. Nothing fancy here, pretty standard stuff. They have an introduction in there, you know, that goes back with the history of tarot and Arthur Waite. And then getting into our actual deck, as you can see, these cards glide very nicely. So really great for those who do, like myself, overhand shuffling. And we can pull a couple of these off the top. They'll also do great for riffle shufflers. And again, just the nice glide here. Let me make sure, okay, I'm putting them back on there the right way, right orientation. For those of us with small hands too, the grip, I can grip the entire deck with my whole hand, which this is why I like these small decks. That's a nice feel. So I would definitely say this is the pocket size. A little bit bigger than your Lightseer's Tarot Pocket Edition, but smaller than your standard playing card size. So let's get ready and head into this flip through for you guys, starting out with the full card. And right away, as you start looking through this deck, you can see the vibrancy in this color palette, how they have stuck with the traditional Rider Waite Smith imagery, but they have changed some of the details subtly, and in some cards it's a bit more noticeable. But it seems like they've taken a lot of the black inking, painting detail out, and that's allowed for a cleaner, crisper imagery to come through. And these cards definitely have that bright, bold vibrancy that they speak of in that one introduction card. And the coloration that they're using, I've noticed there are a lot more purples in here. So if you're a fan of that, and just the variation overall, that appeals to you. But there are things about this deck that actually are very pretty. They're happy, they're uplifting. And that may be helpful for many of the intuitive readers out there, or if you have synesthesia, if you connect with colors in that manner, it may help to intensify and deepen your readings if you can connect with the cards in additional ways like that. Now we'll begin into the sword suit. You can see some of the variations with the colors there, keeping with that clean, crisp vibrancy. And some of these colors are very bold. And getting into the court cards of the swords. I'm kind of excited to use this, now getting into the cups, to use this as a learning deck. It's been so long since I've even glanced at the cards in this deck, but they are they're awakening, I think. They're just uplifting and bright. Like even the cards that, give us that life's tougher lessons while we're on the path they just have a happier feel to them. And now getting into the court cards of the cup suit. And this is a beautiful card for the Queen of Cups here. The coloration in the water around and the colors of the pebbles at her feet. It's lovely. And same with the water around the King of Cups. Really pretty. Now we'll get into the wands. And see the brightness, vibrancy there. Bold coloration, indeed. So yeah, I would recommend this deck for someone who is looking for a bit of a subtle change maybe with the traditional deck. And the court cards of the wands, but without having like a big drastic change to your deck, that you can still connect with that traditional overall overarching symbolism. And now getting into the pentacles. More of that purple coloring. And finishing up with the court cards of the pentacles here. And there you guys have it. The Radiant Rider Waite Tarot deck. Like I said, I would highly recommend this for anybody who's either looking for a little bit of a change with their traditional Rider Waite Smith deck without it being too drastic, but to really just infuse more life and brightness and vibrancy in their deck. This has a very uplifting and happy feel to pretty much all of the cards. So it just kind of puts a smile on your face to look at some of these. It has a nice glide to it. I mean, look at that sun card. That's super happy. The color palette that they are using in these is really nice. It blends together, goes together, complements the surrounding colors very well, I would say. So yes, I would highly recommend this just for a subtle change to your deck, or if you're some intuitive readers out there, these colors may help deepen your connection and your understanding of the cards, how you put a story together with them. And even in a rare sense, someone with synesthesia, if you connect with colors in that way, this may help you connect with tarot cards even. So with that, if you guys, again, have liked and enjoyed this video and this flip through and review, please consider giving a thumbs up so that others might be able to come across this video as well. And even consider subscribing. I'm definitely going to be putting out more content. I have some Kickstarter decks that will be coming probably within the by next year, early of next year, that I plan to do unboxings for, so that should be exciting. And yeah, with that, I hope that you guys have a day filled with love, peace, kindness, and lots of gratitude. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.